Welcome to The Explainer. You know that feeling when you're asked, what do you want to be when you grow up, and your mind just goes blank? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. Well, today we're going to break down how AI is completely changing career guidance. We're talking about moving beyond just good grades to find a path that actually fits who you are. I mean, how do you choose your future? It's such a heavy question, isn't it? There's all this pressure, so much uncertainty. It's a lot of guesswork. But what if? What if we could take some of that guesswork out of the equation? What if technology could help cut through all that noise?
Okay, so to really get how this works, we're going to follow the journey of one student, Pravalika Chintala. We've got her personalized career assessment report right here, and this is going to give us a fantastic behind-the-scenes look at this whole process in action.
All right, here's what we've got on tap. We'll start with that career choice dilemma, then decode Pravalika's report. We'll get into the nitty-gritty of personality, interest, and aptitude, see how that all gets matched to a career, and then zoom out to look at the tech behind it all. Sound good? Let's go. So, let's get into it. What does a process like this actually look like for a student? Because it's not just a simple test you take once. It's really more of a journey from assessment to actual insight. You can see it's a multi-step thing. First, you register and take the assessment. But then, and this is the important part, you get these deep insights into your personality, your interests, your aptitude. From there, you explore career recommendations that are personalized for you. And it all wraps up with a chat with a mentor to make sense of it all. It's a whole pathway.
And this whole report, it's really built on 4 key pillars: your personality, your career interests, your natural aptitude, and then, of course, those personalized recommendations that tie everything together.
Right, so let's break down these 3 dimensions of you: personality, interest, and aptitude. This is where the magic really happens, because the system synthesizes these 3 very different things to create this incredibly unique profile of who you are. First up, personality. And let's be clear, this isn't about what you're good at. It's more about how you are. It's that unique mix of your thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors, basically the stuff that makes you, you. So for Pravalika, the report came back with a personality type of INTP. Now, I know, it just looks like 4 random letters, but trust me, each one of those letters unlocks a key piece of the puzzle. Let's break this down. The I is for introversion, meaning she recharges by being on her own. The N is for intuition, so she's all about abstract ideas and concepts. The T stands for thinking, which means she's driven by logic and facts when she makes a decision. And finally, P is for perceiving, so she really values flexibility and spontaneity. See how that starts to paint a picture? Okay, so that's her personality. Next up, career interests. The report found her top 3 are enterprising, investigative, and artistic. So you've got this person who's a natural leader, loves to solve tricky problems, but also has a creative, expressive side. You can already start to see how these pieces are coming together, right? And the third piece of the puzzle is aptitude, basically your natural talents. And looking at her scores, you can see she has a moderate proficiency in logical reasoning and numerical ability, but her verbal and mechanical abilities are a bit lower. And that's not a bad thing. It's super valuable information because now she knows exactly where she can focus to improve. Okay, so we have all this data: personality, interest, aptitude. The real question is, so what? How does the system take all of this and turn it into actual practical direction for her career? What I love about this is that it doesn't just blow smoke. It gives you a really balanced view. On one hand, you have your strengths, like her deep focus for complex problems. But on the other, it points out key focus areas, like how she can be overly critical or struggle with expressing her thoughts. It's that honest 360-degree view that is so crucial for real growth. And here's the payoff. The system takes all that input and crunches the numbers to calculate these career match percentages. And look at this. For Pravalika, science, tech, and IT comes in at a whopping 79% match. That's not just a random guess. It's a direction that's directly informed by everything we just learned about her. So Pravalika's report is a fantastic window into how this works for an individual. But now let's zoom out a bit. Let's look at the tech behind the guidance and how entire schools and universities are using these systems. This quote from Stride Ahead, the company behind this, really gets to the heart of the matter. I don't care if your students get 95%. If they don't know what they want in life, that 95% is useless. Give them clarity. Give them directions. It's so true, isn't it? It's about moving beyond just grades to provide real, genuine direction. And for schools and universities, this kind of tech is a potential game changer. It's aiming to solve some really big, persistent problems. Things like student confusion, high dropout rates, and admissions that are based more on guesswork than on actual student fit. Ultimately, look at how institutions benefit. They can offer objective, data-backed guidance. They get a better student course fit, which leads to higher engagement. And they can even use it to figure out which students are ready to apply versus who might need a little more guidance. It just makes the whole system smarter and more efficient. So what does this all mean for the future? As we enter this new era of career planning, are we just handing over the reins to an algorithm? Well, not exactly. The big takeaway here is that career guidance is becoming data-informed. It's a shift from pure guesswork to using objective insights. It's about empowering you with better information so you can make a better decision, not just, throwing a dart at a board and hoping for the best. And it's really important to remember this isn't just one test. These are comprehensive platforms. We're talking a whole suite of tools, from the psychometric assessments we saw to a library with over 1,500 careers to explore and even connections to global mentors. And with over 20 different expert-designed assessments available on these platforms, the level of personalization that's possible now is just growing and growing. You can get a much clearer picture than ever before. Which brings us to one last really big question to think about. As this technology becomes more and more common in our schools and our lives, how much should data guide our biggest life decisions? There's no easy answer, but it's something we're all going to have to consider.